The next generation Nintendo console is highly suspected to launch in 2024. Rumors have been swirling for months between its reported appearance at Gamescom and reports of its performance being on par with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series X. Us Nintendo fans are still enjoying the Switch in its 6th year of existence, but the shiny new console lurking in the background continues to get our attention. So, what will we be able to play on this thing? And more specifically, what games will we be able to play? That's what I'm going to be predicting here, games that are in contention to launch with the next generation Nintendo Switch console. The first game on my list is Metroid Prime 4. Now, I don't think this is much of a no-brainer as others have made it seem to be, but I definitely think it's a strong contender to release with the next generation Nintendo Switch. The look and feel of Metroid is more akin to what you would find on the PlayStation or Xbox. Metroid Prime received a remastered version in 2023, giving the game that's just become legally old enough to have a beer a paint job that really improves the experience. Metroid 4 has been at the center of speculation of just about every Nintendo Direct that we've had in the past couple of years. On January 25, 2019, Nintendo released a video titled Development Update on Metroid Prime 4 for Nintendo Switch. They revealed that they simply weren't happy with the development of the game thus far, even after it had been announced and shown at E3 2017. Retro Studios, the studio responsible for the first 3 Metroid games, would take over development of Metroid Prime 4. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020 caused a significant delay in production amongst all video game developers, taking a project that was likely a little over a year into development and nearly halting that development for at least a year. If we discount a year off the development time for Metroid Prime 4, it would have been in development for 4 years by the end of this year. A late 2024 release, which is when the Switch 2 is speculated to release, would give Retro 4.5 years of development time if you leave the second half of the year for marketing and reviewers. For reference, it took Breath of the Wild 6 years to be developed. It's a bit of an aggressive timeline, but they likely had the story component of the game in place from the previous development cycle. If Nintendo is truly pushing the advancements in graphics and performance that have been reported, then Metroid Prime 4 seems like a surefire way to push consoles at launch. Is it a guarantee? Definitely no. But I do think it makes a ton of sense. The next game that I think has a strong chance is one that I'm pretty sure will make you roll your eyes, but please hear me out. I think the combo Wind Waker Twilight Princess HD 2-pack has a serious chance of being a launch title. I know, I've watched plenty of direct prediction videos myself where they say, here it comes, and it doesn't come. I get it, but look. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, while both GameCube games, got HD remasters for the Wii U. Launching with the Switch would have meant a third release for these games and third consecutive console release for Twilight Princess, as that game was also released on the Wii. Nintendo just doesn't do that. Nintendo is famous for locking their most beloved games behind the vault and forgoing the cash grab that would inevitably come with re-releasing every Zelda game on every new platform. They create a supply deficit to a point where demand peaks, and then they release their game. So I've painted a pretty bleak picture for the 2-packs, so why is it on my list? Well, back in 2022, Nintendo insider Jeff Grubbs infamously claimed that it was ready and that it was going to appear at the final Direct of 2022. That Direct came and went without a mention of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. Now, Jeff has a good reputation and was believed for a reason. I think the 2-pack exists, and I think it has existed for a while, and Nintendo was deciding when the best time to release it was. Tears of the Kingdom was initially slated for 2022, eventually being pushed back to 2023. If Tears of the Kingdom was released in 2022, then there was a chance we would have already gotten the 2-pack. But Tears of the Kingdom was delayed, and now Nintendo is most likely releasing a new console in 2024. Without DLC for Tears of the Kingdom on the way, there's a gap to fill in the Zelda series. Either Nintendo puts the 2-pack in early 2024 as a Switch title, or they use it as a launch title to get Zelda fans on the Switch to convert to the new console, instead of wasting their life away finding the literal thousands of Korok seeds between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The next-gen Switch will likely only have 2 big-name titles to release with it on launch day. If I had to put my money on it, and thankfully I don't, I would say that Metroid 4 and the Wind Waker Twilight Princess HD 2-pack is what Nintendo will go with as the 2 major releases alongside several other third-party or niche Nintendo games. Release day unfortunately has never been this game release bonanza with every major franchise getting a release. However, I have a few more options as replacements in case one of the first 2 games on my list aren't the launch titles. Super Smash Bros. It's been pretty well documented the toll that the Super Smash Bros. Series has taken on Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of one of the most iconic Nintendo game series. I don't have a lot of faith that a new Super Smash Bros. Is even coming, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate released in 2018, and the Fighter Pass concluded in 2021. On July 28, 2023, on the channel Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games, a video titled "The Team Behind Super Smash Bros. Brawl Grab Bag" was uploaded, and in the video, Sakurai says, quote, "Smash Bros. Is a massive, important title for Nintendo, so it's fair to assume that there will be another one at some point, but it's going to take some work to figure out exactly how to make that happen." Now, that certainly doesn't sound like a new game is in the works and would be ready to launch in just about a year's time, but he would likely be under an NDA, which would mean that he wouldn't be allowed to even imply that a new title is in the works. It's unlikely that Ultimate was the final Smash game, and even less likely that Sakurai wouldn't be involved in the development. The next Smash game is likely to be a diet version of what we got in Ultimate, but perhaps a twist on the series that aligns with the new gimmick of the next generation console is on the way. There's going to be some new way to experience gaming in the new console, a trait that Nintendo incorporates in every new console. Perhaps that new gimmick, whatever it may be, is perfectly aligned to the Smash Bros. Series. Another game that I think has a chance of releasing with the next-gen Nintendo Switch console is a new 3D Mario. This one I don't find as compelling because we are currently getting a slew of Mario games between now and the summer of 2024. I mean, we have Mario vs. Donkey Kong that was just announced, Luigi's Mansion 2 is getting a remake, Super Mario Wonder, Super Mario RPG is coming out soon, there's a brand new Princess Peach title on the way, WarioWare is getting a new edition. There's a lot of Mario coming. Why would I add 3D Mario to the list? Well, the last 3D Mario came in the form of Super Mario Odyssey, was launched in 2017, the first year of the Nintendo Switch's life. Nintendo is typically stuck to one new 3D Mario title per console, even if they couldn't help themselves by making Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii. Even with all the new Mario coming, they have likely been in development on that game since Odyssey released, developing it alongside the development of the next-gen console. I certainly think there's a chance Mario once again becomes a flagship title for a new Nintendo console. The last game on the list is a little more out there, but I think there's something to this. Star Fox. What makes me think Star Fox is that it is one of the few Nintendo first-party franchises that could really take advantage of the new performance and power that's rumored to exist on the next-gen console. Flying spaceships, fighting Andross in a space field, doing barrel rolls to avoid asteroids, that would all look so good on a graphics card comparable to what you would find on a PlayStation 4 or Xbox Series X. I don't know that Nintendo would use it as a launch title, but if Metroid 4 isn't ready to go, I could see them using Star Fox as a tech showcase. The last Star Fox we got was Star Fox 2 in 2017, so a late 2024 release would perfectly line up with the development cycle. So what did you think of my list? Let me know in the comments what games you think are options to be released alongside the next generation Nintendo Switch. And hey, if you're still watching at this point of the video, firstly, thank you. And secondly, I opened up a membership on my channel. So if you'd like to become a member of Chat Nation, please click the join button below and you can see what the exclusive member perks are. And that would just really help and go a long way in supporting the channel financially, and I couldn't tell you how much I would appreciate if you became a member of Chat Nation. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll continue the conversation, Chat Nation.